Happy day. I'm so grateful to be here with you today. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Craig. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. You're cleaning right now. Let me know that you can hear me. Ooh, my camera's all messed up. There we go. Let me know that you can hear me. Let me know that you guys can see me. Hello, Jerry. Welcome, everyone, and happy Sunday. Happy Soul Sunday. I'm so grateful to be here. Drop in the chat if you have been with me for a while or if this is your first time. If this is your first time with me, put new. So I'm trying to get my camera to stop getting all wonky. Okay, there we go. If you are new, put new. Yay! If you are returning, say I love you. We're going to get this party started. Hello, everyone. Yes, a little low. Okay, wait, let me check. Can you hear me now? How's the sound now? Can you hear me? Is that better? Make sure everything's working okay. Let me know how that sound is. Better? Okay. Better? Great, or just better? Great. Okay, yay! Well, welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with each and every one of you guys. If this is your first time with me or you've been with me for a while, my name is Jenna Rose, and I am on a mission of unconditional love. I am on a mission to awaken unconditional love in every single soul on this planet by connecting us back to our heart and our soul. I truly believe to the core of my soul's knowing, that unconditional love is who we are. It's not something we do. It's not something we give. It's not something we receive. It's who we are at our essence. And so I am on this soul mission to awaken unconditional love in every single person on this planet with mindfulness. I believe that the true gift of life is presence. It's mindfulness. I believe that we live in this society that is constantly telling us to do and to act and to work and to move. And I'm going to be completely honest. I'm extremely ambitious. I'm extremely driven. Yet, I truly don't believe that we are here on this planet to do. I believe there's moments to do. But I believe that we are here to be who we are, to be our soul expression, to be our authentic self. We are here to be. And so today I want to touch on just the beingness, the mindfulness, the consciousness. And so this workshop today is all about bringing you back into beingness. It's bringing you back into your mindfulness. It's going to teach you tools and tricks to just stay mindful in your daily routine. If you've been with me for a while now, you know, maybe you don't know, but I am a new mama. And just to share like a little bit of my heart, my journey has taken me on a little bit of twists and turns. They say that the path is not linear, and I am living proof that the path is not linear. You know, I started on Insight Time as a meditation teacher and a spiritual coach, and then I dived into, the unconditional love, and then I was helping women navigate the question, not just women, but mostly women. I also had clients that were men, but helping people navigate the question in their relationship, if they should stay or if they should go. And I worked with heart healing, and then I became a mom. And if you're a mom, put mom in the chat, put mama. And my word just completely flipped me upside down. And I went through this complete death and rebirth. If you're a mama, you know what I'm talking about. And it left me thinking, I have no idea who I am anymore. I don't know who I am. I don't know who I've been. And it literally this past year, my son is now 13 months and he's the joy of my world. And now where I'm at is putting everything together. My degree, my bachelor's degree, is actually in early childhood development and education. And so I'm now in this amazing place that has lifted me up where I'm literally merging my 6 years of teaching, let me take that back. My 15 years of teaching, including early childhood, and my 6 years of coaching on spirituality all together into this, education and coaching on helping mamas. If you're not a mama, stay. You're still welcome here. This still will work for you. But where I'm at right now is helping mamas in being present, being conscious in their relationships with their partner, in childhood development. And so I'm merging all of that together. So today, whether you're a mama or you're not a mama, happy Father's Day, by the way. Do I have any fathers? If you're a father, put daddy in the chat. You're welcome here. Today, we are going to be talking all about mindfulness and just sacred presence in every single day. So I'm so grateful for you guys to be here. Hello, Blaze. Hello, Jerry. Hello, Craig. Hello, Barbara. Who else is here? Hello, Amelia. Hello. I'm clicking your photos. Hello, Anne. Hello, Christine. If I'm not saying hello to you, I still am saying hello. I just can't see your little picture in the chat. So for baby father, yes, that matters. I have a dog named Valentine, and I have a cat named Xena, and I had a baby, and I thought, I have so much on my plate right now. I have so much going on. Let's get a dog. And so now I have a 6-month puppy. He's a standard poodle and a 13-month-old baby. And my life is full, but it is so full of love. It is so full of just peace. So wherever you are in your journey today, whether you're tired, whether you're tender, whether you're joyful, whether you're somewhere in between, you are so welcome here. This space is to return home to yourself. I invite you to take what resonates, to throw away what doesn't resonate, see if it feels good to you. If it feels good, take it as your own, practice it, use it. If it doesn't feel good, throw it away. My truth may not be your truth. That is completely okay. I believe that there is no one path in life. There's Christianity, there's Buddhism, there's science, there's all these different paths. Because there's no right path. There's the right path for your individual life, for your individual person. So take what resonates, throw away what doesn't. All paths lead to the same home. That's my belief. No matter what you believe, at the end of our life, we're all going to end up in the same place. We're all going to end up transitioning, and we'll all be, whatever we believe to be true will happen in the end. And I believe that's nothing more than unconditional love. So, I love that. Oh, okay. All right, guys. So, let me know in the chat, where are you joining from, and what is your heart needing? Where are you joining from, and what is your heart needing? Put that in the chat. And while you put that in the chat, I want to invite us to we are almost 9 minutes in, and I want to just get right in. So I'm going to ask us to just open ourselves up to an opening space. So we're not going to be here long. We're probably going to be just here 1 minute or 2 minutes. But I invite you to just close down your eyes. And just come into presence. Come into mindfulness. Come into stillness. Come into love. And just start to breathe in and breathe out. Starting this mindfulness workshop with mindfulness at its core. Just breathe into this present moment. Breathe out. And letting go of anything that happened before this moment. Letting go of anything that happened anything that happened before this moment, and anything that will happen after this moment. And just come into stillness. Come into presence. Staying right here, right now. For there's nowhere to be but here. Breathing in and breathing out. And I invite you to just close down your eyes, to feel your breath, and just set your intention for this workshop. Set your intention for this day. What is it that you would like to feel? What is it that you would like to become? Feel into this intention. What are you needing? calling upon wherever you find your faith, whether it's God, Goddess, Spirit, Universe, Allah, animal totems, your past self, your future self, wherever you need a little guidance today, call upon that energy. Keep breathing in and breathing out. And then lastly, start to breathe in that energy that you just called upon, that guidance. And imagine that this energy is true unconditional love. Breathe this unconditional love into your vessel, your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit. Breathing in, filling you up with complete unconditional love. On the inhale, coming from source, the source of wherever you find your faith, filling you up with true unconditional love. Breathe that in. Feel that. And then on the exhale, sending this love out to everybody that's here. Everybody that is listening, everyone that's watching, everyone that will watch the replay later. Sending unconditional love out. You don't need to know how to love unconditionally. There is no how to love. It's just a state of being. Just set the intention to send love out. To send care out. To send presence out. And then on the inhale, feel this love coming back to you. Feeling the love of everyone that's here, sending this love back to you. Filling yourself back up. And then on the exhale, once again, sending this love back out. Creating this cycle of love, of peace, of kindness, of acceptance. Continuing to send love out, to feel love back. Breathing lots of love in and breathing lots of love out. And maybe taking just 2 more breaths. Finding stillness, finding silence for just a moment. And then when you are ready, coming back into this space, starting to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Notice what you can feel. Notice what you can taste. Notice what you can smell. Notice what you can hear. And then when you're ready, opening up your eyes and coming back. Welcome back, beautiful souls. Welcome back. Barbara says she's from Northern California and she's working on empathy. Oh, I love that. Love that. What is one word I would love to know? You just inspired me, Barbara. Thank you. What is one word to describe how your body feels right now? Put it in the chat. What is one word to describe how your body feels right now? Wherever you're at, you are welcome. Resilient. Yes, I love that. I am feeling calm. I'm feeling peaceful. Calm. Yeah, Amelia. Yes. Beautiful. I love that. So keep it coming. Keep the conversation coming. Talk to me. Ask me questions. Let's create a community here centered. Yeah, I love this. So what is mindfulness? What is mindfulness? Put that in the chat. Let me know. How do you define mindfulness? Noticing that these words, mindfulness, presence, love, calm, centeredness, all of these are just words. You can't see the chat. I'm not sure. I see the chat on the right side. Does anyone else not see the chat? Maybe someone can help her if someone knows how she can see the chat. I don't know if there was like a little tab. I apologize, but I see the chat on my end. So, how do you define mindfulness? So recognize that all of these words are just words. That there's many words to define the same energy, the same feeling. At the end of the day, everything is just a energy, right? So, when we talk about, for example, God, spirit, universe, Allah, whatever we believe in, right? It doesn't matter what word we use. It's the meaning that we give to this word, to the words that we use. So, for example, I can talk about honey, for example. I can give a whole lecture on honey, right? I can talk about how bees make honey and honey this and there's dark honey and light honey and honey is sweet. And I can give a whole lecture on honey. But until you taste honey, you won't know what honey tastes like. You won't know what honey is, right? So these words are describing a sense that we have, right? And so the energy underneath it, the senses that we have, right? To taste honey, to smell honey, to hear the word honey, to feel the stickiness of honey, right? To see honey, to see what it looks like. There are the energy to describe the word. And so when we talk about mindfulness, I want you to feel mindfulness, right? Really feel into the energy of mindfulness rather than the word mindfulness, right? We could even break down the word mindfulness. Mindfulness, right? So mindfulness isn't a task. It's a way of being. It's a way of being. It's true presence. It's true awareness. It's that sacred slowing down in the busyness of the world, right? We all have busy lives and we have jobs and we have the hustle and the bustle and the families. And if you're a mom, you're nonstop like me. But mindfulness is, I actually think about mindfulness as it should actually, the word should actually be mindlessness. So what if instead of, I'm actually going to put this in the chat. What if we turned mindfulness into mindlessness, right? We get so stuck in our mind. Our minds are full and we want to empty the mind, right? So mind is full, make it less, right? Mind is full, make it less. Your mind is full and you want to make it less. You want to let go of the logic and the thought and come into the presence, the awareness. Mindfulness is how we heal without needing to fix anything, right? Without needing to do anything. It's about just being. It's about feeling without judgment. It's about observing, right? It's about your thoughts being there, being present with your thoughts, right? It's about you being in an environment of complete chaos, right? Of complete just utter mess or disorder or discomfort and uncomfort, and you just letting it be there without needing to change it, without needing to fix it. Just observing and letting go, allowing your thoughts to be there. And literally, if you've been practicing meditation and mindfulness for a while, you've heard the expression of allowing your thoughts to be like clouds, right? You've heard that expression of allowing your thoughts to be like clouds that are just skating on by, right? Or birds that are skating on by. You're not trying to change the birds. You're not trying to change the clouds. You're just observing. You're just watching, right? Or for example, the weather. This is a great example. I just made this up in the moment. Roll with it. But if you've known me for a while, you've heard me say that we are living weather. Okay, so we have the rain and we have the thunder and we have the storms and we have the sunny days, right? We are living weather. Okay, you've heard me say that before if you've known me for a while. If you haven't, welcome. I say this a lot. And I'm going to take it, this is my light bulb moment in this moment, is that mindfulness is like observing the weather that's happening without changing it. So if it's raining outside, you know that you're just going to observe the rain. You don't stand outside and say, "Stop, rain, stop. I don't want you to rain right now." Yet so often, this is what we do when our partner's triggering us, when our friend is triggering us, when we're driving in the car and someone cuts us off. What do? We allow our emotions, we allow our feelings, right? We allow our words to take control, and we try to control our surroundings. Mindfulness is like watching the weather, recognizing that the rain is going to rain, that we can't control the rain, that it's going to thunder, that it's going to there's going to be lightning, that the sun's going to shine, right? That we're going to have days where it's 90 degrees. We're going to have degrees where it's 50 degrees. We can't control it, right? We can control our thermostats inside of our house, but we can't control the external weather. Okay, so the more that we try to control the external things in our life, the more we're going to lose ourselves, the more we're going to be anxious, the more we're going to tap into those feelings that are uncomfortable. It's about literally being mindful and being present with what is. You don't have to like the rainy days. You don't have to like that it's thundering. You don't have to like that person just cut you off while you're driving. You don't have to like that your mother has an opinion about every single thing that you do, right? You don't have to like that person in the supermarket who's, doing that thing, right? You don't have to like it, but you can just observe it. And I actually talked about this in my Mother's Daily Love group. I have a mama's community, a mama's membership. So if you're a mama of young kids, put mama to young kids in the chat. I'd love to invite you to come. But yesterday, every single day I put motivations and inspirations into my community, and I actually had this moment yesterday morning when I went to go meditate. And let me know if you've ever been through this, but I went to go meditate on YouTube, not Insight Timer, but I was on YouTube, and ads kept playing when I'm trying to meditate, right? And so the first couple times while I was in meditation, I got up right here where I was at. My meditation station's like right around this corner. You can't see it. But so I kept getting up and I kept clicking skip ad. I did this 2 times. And each time it took me out of mindfulness. It took me out of my meditation, right? Until it came on again. And finally, I was so deep in meditation. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get up. I'm not going to skip the ad. The ad will come. The ad will go. Like, I'm just going to observe the ad. I'm going to stay in my mindfulness. I'm going to stay with my breath. And I'm just going to allow the ad to play. And eventually the music will come back. And that's what I did. I stopped trying to change it. I stopped disrupting myself and disturbing myself to try to get to where I wanted to go. I just allowed the uncomfortable ad to play. I allowed myself to just be a little uncomfortable for a moment. And you know what happened? I actually got even deeper into my meditation because I observed it. I did not allow it to move me. I did not allow it to disrupt me. But every single time we move out of it, like our lives, when we allow distractions to take us over and we try to change it and we try to control things to make it more comfortable, what ends up happening is it actually makes us more uncomfortable in the end. It takes us out of presence. It takes us out of mindfulness. So it's not about fixing. True healing, I want you to write this down. True healing is not about fixing. It's about being. It's about understanding. It's about just observing. It's about just being present with what happened to you. It's about acceptance. You don't have to like what happened, but you have to find healing, you have to accept it. And one thing, for example, is, I'm not going to go into a long story, but one thing that took me a long time to heal from was my son's birth. And for a long time, I was hanging on to his birth, right? He's now 13 months. But for a year, honestly, like a little less than a year, I felt traumatized, right? I'm a mindfulness coach, right? Yeah, I'm sitting here traumatized by his birth until I realized that I don't want to continue to live in the trauma of the past. I want to be here now. I want to be fully present. Because every single time we look back, which never actually exists, we are causing more pain, more discomfort in this moment. Because the truth is, the only way to observe the past is in this moment. The only way to observe the future is in this moment. The only time is now. The only time is now. I want you to put that in the chat. What time is it? Put now. What time is it? Now. The past, our memories, they happen in the now. And science has actually proven, I want you guys to actually research this. If you like going down the rabbit hole, science has actually proven that our memory is actually very faulty. That they've done research studies of 5 people will be in a room. And I'm sure you've experienced this, where like 5 people will be in a room and they'll interview people like 5 years later on an event that happens, and everyone remembers that event differently, right? You can go to a party, or you're speaking with your friends, right? Or if you have friends from your childhood and you start talking about something that happened when you were a kid or a teenager or whatever it was, you all remember the event differently, because our perceptions and our perspectives and our emotions shape our past experiences. So when science has gone back to look at past traumas, they found that the story that you're telling around your trauma almost always is not even factually what happens. We allow our feelings and our emotions to create stories that actually didn't happen. And so what I'm saying here is that the only moment that we ever have is now, and we can make a choice. I made a choice, and I decided, you know what? I don't like how my son was born, right? People told me for a long time, at least he was born, right? At least he's here, right? But it didn't take away the pain. But I realized that I don't want to spend the rest of my life holding on to the memory of how he was born. I'm not going to like it. I'm probably never going to like it. But I can accept it. I can accept that that's how maybe his soul chose to be born. Maybe that's how my soul chose for him to be born. Because you know what happened? It doesn't matter what happens to you. It matters what you do with what happens to you. And I can promise you, his birth, in all of the pain that it was, not physical pain. The physical pain was actually the least amount of pain, right? It made me humble. It made me more loving. It made me more kind. It made me not judge other moms. And here I am, right? Priding myself as a mindfulness teacher and a meditation teacher and a spiritual coach. Yet I can honestly, vulnerably say that before I had my son, I had judgments. We all have judgments. I had judgments about how women brought their babies into this world. And I can 100% promise you that now, because of how my son was born, I never judge a mother by how her child was brought into this world. I now bow in reverence to every single mother who brought a child into this world. Whether she brought her child in a natural home birth, right, that was orgasmic and pleasurable, or she brought her baby in on every medication and in a hospital and having a cesarean section, it doesn't matter. The past does not get to define you. I have a whole life to live with my son. A whole life. I don't want one moment in the past to dictate our whole relationship. So if you have trauma in the past, if you have hurt in the past, it's okay to hurt. It's okay to not like it. But the question I want you to ask yourself is, do you want this one story, this one event, this one moment, this one pain that someone caused you, this one hurt that someone caused you, this one make wrong that someone did to you, to create the story of your whole entire life? Do you want to continue to live that story, to feel that story, to feel it, your body keeps score? Or do you want to just move on? Because the choice is yours. You get to choose. And the truth is, sometimes you need to hold on to the boo-boo and the pain for a little bit. Sometimes you have to. I had to hold on to my son's birth for about a year because I needed to learn from it. There were still teachings. But now, you know what I'm doing? I have a whole community of mamas that I inspire every single day, that I motivate every single day with workshops. Because I turned my mess into my message. I turned my pain into my passion. It doesn't matter what happens to you. It matters what you do with what happens to you. The only moment is now, and this is mindfulness, is being mindful of your life. And so, what does mindfulness mean to you? Not a textbook answer, but your lived experience. What does mindfulness mean to you? I ask you. So Amelia had said presence and open, noticing when I'm using coping mechanisms. Mama and young kids, beautiful. That happened to me yesterday of strength training to the middle of setting talk about uncomfortability. Yes, I have a clock my friend made for me, and it says now with no second clock. What time is it? Now, yeah. And also, the future. I have dreams. I have aspirations. I dream. You want to know my dream? I dream to lead 1 million people to unconditional love. I dream to stand and inspire 1 million people to be mindful, to meditate, to love people. I have a big dream, right? But the truth is, the future is never going to come if I'm not grateful and present in this moment. If I can't be grateful for the 13 people that are here right now, that are listening right now, I'm never going to get to the million. Because when I come on Insight Timer and I have 1 million people on Insight Timer that I'm guiding and I'm leading, it will be in the now. So stay grounded, put your feet on the ground, and be present, be grateful for where you are right now. So why does mindfulness matter? Especially as a mother, right? If you're a mother, again, put mama in the chat. But especially as a mama, but all of us, why mindfulness matters in our healing, in our daily life, is because presence is the medicine for our nervous system. Presence really is the present of life. This is why children are so attractive. This is why children are so appealing. This is why they're magnetic. This is why people love babies, why people stop me everywhere I go to look at my baby, because he's just present. Children are present. My child will literally fall down from walking. He'll cry for a minute, and then he gets back up and he just acts like nothing happened. He doesn't say, I fell down yesterday. He's just present. He just moves on. Presence is the medicine for our nervous system. It regulates us. It creates peace. It creates harmony. It softens our traumas. It rewires our thought patterns. And it creates new emotional safety. As a relationship coach, right? So before I was guiding mamas, I was guiding people in their relationships. People would come on. I would have couples come and do coaching sessions with me. And you know what destroys relationships? Put it in the chat. What do you think destroys relationships? Put that in the chat. Give me some relationship destroyers. I'll sit back. I'll drink some water. Anyone have any relationship destroyers? Lack of communication, being distracted. Yes, that too. And what I was going to say is holding on to the past. Inequality of task, yeah. But holding on to the past. Holding on to what they did to you yesterday. What they did to you a week ago. Because you know what? The reason people do what they do is because they're in a certain level of consciousness when they're doing it. No one's ever actually doing it to you. They're feeling hurt themselves. Hurt people hurt people. So if your partner hurt you, if your partner lied to you, they lied to you because they're lying to themselves. If your partner cheated on you, it's because they're cheating themselves. People treat you the way that they are treating themselves. People talk to you the way that they talk to themselves. Hurt people, and love people, love people. But what destroys relationships is when we continue to hold this past that's an illusion against the other person, not allowing them to truly be sorry, to not accept their forgiveness. Our partners will apologize for acts that they did in the past, and then we continue to hold it against them. We continue to push it in their face, to show them our boo-boo. It's okay to show them our boo-boo. We need to show them our boo-boo. It's the only way they're going to learn, right? It's okay to say, you know what? Your actions really hurt me. Your actions really caused a wound in me. It triggered my own inner child wound. It's okay to show them our boo-boo. But what's going to destroy the relationship is when we continue to bring up the past. Because when we bring up the past, it doesn't actually heal the past. It doesn't actually heal the moment. It creates the same thing in this moment. It brings the past into this present moment and it recreates it. So what I tell my couples who come on coaching sessions is I help to guide them to truly forgive, to truly let go, to stop telling the same old story, to truly, I have clients come to me and rewrite the relationship that they want to have with their partner. I have them rewrite their love story. I help them read their love stories. I help them to find the reasons that they fell in love, the reasons that they love each other now. Because you know what? That person who hurt you in the past, they're not that person anymore. You're not that person. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago. You're not the same person you were 5 years ago. You're not even the same person you were yesterday. You're constantly changing and evolving and growing and learning. And if we continue to hold our partner's past against them in this moment, you are not only hurting your relationship, but you are preventing them from growing, from them evolving. You know what makes someone want to grow and evolve and change? You know what really makes people change? Not you telling them they need to change, but you holding the sacred vision of the person that they want to be. If someone cheats on you, they didn't want to cheat on you. They didn't want to hurt you. No one wants to hurt you. They just didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to communicate. And so you hold the vision of the person they want to be, right? So if they are someone who they want to have monogamy, right? They want to be loyal. They want to be kind. They want to stop saying mean, hurtful things to you. You hold the vision for them, of them being kind, of them being monogamous, of them being loving, of them being caring. And you tell them that. You tell them the goodness that they are. You respond back to them the love that they are, not the hurt. You don't keep bringing up the hurt. You keep bringing up the love. You point out the things that they do that help you to feel loved. That you bring up the things that help you to feel inspired. The things that you love about your relationship. That's what makes someone change their actions. When they feel so loved, when they feel so wanted, when they feel so appreciated, that's when people change. When they know that they have someone holding their hand to walk through hell with them. We all have seasons of being in heaven and we have seasons of going through hell. Okay, we've all made mistakes. And true relationships, true partnership is saying, I'm going to hold your hand as you're walking through hell. We're going to walk through this together. I'm going to keep shining the light of heaven on you. And together, we're going to make it to heaven. We have to stop holding the past. And when it comes to our children, imagine for a moment. My baby just learned to walk about a month ago. And imagine if I kept holding this past version of my son, of him not walking, against him for the rest of his life. That would sound so silly. What if I hold the vision and said, you couldn't walk 5 months ago? 13 months ago, you just laid there. You couldn't even roll over. He would never feel inspired to grow, to evolve, to expand, to then run, to then write, to then ride a bike. No one's going to say, hey, you didn't walk when you were born. That sounds silly. We wouldn't do it to children, so why do we do it to our partners? Why do we do it to our friends? Why do we do it to the people who love us the most? Understand that a baby comes into this world and they literally can't do anything. He couldn't feed himself. My son still can't even put himself to sleep. He's 13 months. I still have to nurse him to sleep. Right? But I'm not going to hold it against him that I have to nurse him to sleep when he's 30 years old. I'm going to hold the vision for him right now. And I'm going to keep saying to my son, Safi, you're safe to go night-night on your own. You're safe. You're independent. You can do this. Mommy will nurse you as long as you need. But you are strong and you are capable and you can go night-night on your own. You hold the vision for them. Right? In the present moment. It's about staying present with where you're at right now. And as a mom, I understand it is so easy. It is so easy, right? To have moms say, I missed when they were this young, right? Or I can't wait for them to get to this next milestone, right? Oh, I miss when, they weren't running around the house and destroying things and putting things in toilets, right? I miss when they would just stay still, right? But in the same breath, you're saying, oh, I can't wait for them to be independent and to be off at school and for me to have some self-care. The secret, again, is to stay present, to stay grateful for exactly where you are at in your motherhood journey right now, in your relationship right now, in your finances right now. To be grateful for all of the things that you love as well as the things that are really difficult. Because as a mom, this is my number one thing. I never want to look back and say, I miss my son being that age. I want to be able to say, you know what, I was so present with my son that I'm just excited with where he's at right now. I don't miss. My son is literally, I can't leave him for 2 seconds without him making a mess. Right? But I don't miss when he just laid there and didn't move. Because I was so present with him when he was just laying there that I'm just grateful for the moment in the past when he wasn't doing everything. And I'm grateful that now he can move, that now he can walk, that now he's walking, he's about to run. Right? I'm just grateful. And I know that one day he'll be independent. One day, my son's not going to need me to nurse him to sleep every single night. Right? I'm tired. I'll be honest, mamas. I'm tired. I don't know if you could. I'm tired, but you know what? I am grateful. My heart is grateful. I am so grateful to co-sleep with my son, to have him in bed with me every single night, to have him so dependent on me. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting to have someone so dependent on you and to literally need your body to feed them. But you know what? There's going to be a day where I'm going to say, Zeffy, you want to come sleep with Mama? And he's going to say, nah, Mama, I'll sleep in my own bed. There's going to be a day when he's independent. And I don't want to miss those days where he needed to sleep with me, when I needed to put him to sleep. I want to say I gave all of me. I gave all of my presence. I gave all of my body. And now I'm grateful that he's in this next phase of life. Even if it's difficult, even if it's hard, Mama, daddies, whoever's here, be grateful for where you're at, because you know what? You might miss it, and you might not want to miss it. So just one day my son will be independent. But until then, I'm grateful. I'm honored. I am so honored to be a safe place for him to be dependent. And when he's ready, he can find his wings and he can move and be independent. And so, being mindful, I went on a tangent as I always do. Being mindful, it rewires our thought patterns. It creates new emotional safety. It brings deeper connections with ourselves, with our children, with our partners, our dreams. There's nothing that feels more loving than your partner staring into your eyes, to be truly present without the phone, without being on social media, without doing something, to truly just be present. And so I want to ask you, put in the chat, what area of your life feels most disconnected from presence right now? What area of your life feels most disconnected from presence right now? Where can you practice a little bit more presence? We all have work to do. We all can grow. Where can we be a little bit more present in our life? Put that in the chat. And if this is landing, put landing in the chat. Put landing in the chat. Landing. Beautiful. So, I lost my... So I want to give you guys some sacred mindfulness practices, right? So we're 50 minutes in, and now we're actually in the juice of it. I get carried away. I hope that's okay. So every single day, you can practice all of these. You can practice one of these. The first one is just breath. Before I had my son, I had this very sacred morning and nightly routine where I would wake up and I'd meditate and I'd journal and I'd do yoga and I'd do all of these things, right? And I don't have time to do that anymore. And so I have to remind myself to just breathe. To just breathe through the hard moments, to just take a moment when I can to just close my eyes, to just focus on my breath, to remind myself that my nervous system is literally rewiring his nervous system. Okay? Just breathe. Focus on the breath. It's the very first thing that you were born with. It's the breath. Use it. Second, senses. Checking in with your senses. Noticing what you can hear. Do it with me right now. Close your eyes. Notice what you can hear. Notice what you can smell. Notice what you can taste. Notice what you can see if your eyes are open. Notice what you can feel. just focusing on the senses will bring you into more mindfulness. Okay. Next, conscious. Be conscious about the things that you do. Conscious when you're eating, conscious when you're scrolling on social media. Consciousness means to have intention, right? So what I like to do is just to drink my water, to really just feel and be. And then I do this more now that I'm a mom than before, because I don't have time to meditate all day long anymore. So I have to just be conscious about eating, about drinking, feeling the water on my palate, smelling the water when I'm eating, tasting the food, feeling the food, looking at the food, seeing the food, looking at what color is my food, right? What's here? What's there? Like, be intentional. Treat eating, like conscious eating, treat it like you're on a date with the love of your life. Look at your food the way that you would want someone to look at you. Feel it, taste it, be intentional with it. 4, grounding. I do this all the time. I actually have socks on right now, but I hardly ever have socks. And whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed, whenever I'm feeling overstimulated, whenever my Zephyr is throwing a temper tantrum, I go outside barefoot and I ground myself. I do this with him. When he's throwing a temper tantrum, you know what I do? I bring him outside and I put him on the grass. I ground him. I bring him back to the earth. I literally bring him back down to earth. I root him down. Grounding, there's a whole science behind grounding. So you can look that up. You can research that. Okay? 5, take a walk in nature. You know, the word is always speaking to us. The trees are speaking to us. The earth is speaking to us. The flowers are speaking to us. There's an energy that's active. And I truly believe, like, if I was to have a religion, I feel like my religion is nature. Does anyone else feel like that? Do you feel like your religion is nature? Because I feel like nature, like the trees literally speak. And I can feel so overwhelmed. I can feel just overstimulated. I can feel like I need the answer to life. And if I just go and I take a walk outside, or I hug a tree, or I meditate, it's like I get the answer to life. It's like it tells me, yes, and animals, absolutely. It literally speaks to you, right? Maybe not English, but it's like this subconscious message that comes. So if you're feeling disconnected, if you need a message, your messenger is the trees. It sounds so silly, but the messenger is the trees, it's the flowers, it's nature. Okay? Next is emotional release. Allow emotional release. There are so many. I could do a whole workshop on emotional release. Actually, I did do a whole workshop on emotional release 2 weeks ago. I have it on YouTube. It was for mamas, but anyone can use it. And I teach all of these emotional release tactics. But if you notice, children throw temper tantrums. They'll bang their head, they'll stomp their feet, right? And they're doing it because there's an intelligence to it. Children understand to cry, to scream, to kick, to scream, to throw temper tantrums, because it releases trapped emotions from your body. There's an actual science. So if you're feeling trauma, if you're feeling hurt, right? Emotional release. So some of these could literally be as simple as crying or a pillow screaming, right? Or literally get on the floor and throw a temper tantrum and release it from your body, right? The reason that people, love sex, for one, is because it's an energy release. It's an emotional release. You're moving your body, right? You're feeling your breath, right? You're letting go. It's, you literally release. So all of these things, crying, screaming, temper tantrums, all of these things you can do to emotionally release the sadness, to get the answers. So again, I can do, if you want a workshop on emotional release, put emotional release in the chat and I will create that for you. Next is journaling. And I know this is so hard to do as a mom, but just journal your feelings. Just say what you release. You could literally release in your journaling to get it out of your head and get it out of your head and get it on paper. Let it go. Journaling is there was a whole science behind journaling, and literally just the concept of it's leaving your head. You're moving the thought through your body as you write. Like, I love typing too, but actually writing, moving your hand, moving your body, putting it on paper, letting it go, and then you can literally then set it on fire. Set it on fire and let it go. Okay, next. Exercise and movement. Again, this is another emotional release. Exercising, your body keeps score. There's a book. Has anyone read the book, The Body Keeps Score? Put The Body Keeps Score if you're familiar with this concept. But your body holds trauma, right? Some of the reasons that you are still holding on to past traumas and past hurt is because your body, you literally store it in your body. Whenever you feel sadness, whenever you feel angry, whenever you feel overwhelmed, whenever you feel frustrated, it lives in a spot in your body. And so it's moving it through your body. So that's another workshop I can do, is locating feelings in your body and moving them out of your body. So if you're interested in that, put moving feelings out of your body in the chat. And then, just focusing on your mind when it wanders. Let it wander. And then come back to the breath. Just bringing it back to the breath. And then last is just being present with others. Seeing them, looking at your child, seeing them in their eyes, right? Making eye contact with someone. Let someone feel that you're actually seeing them. See them. Be present with them. Feel them. Bring the senses in. And so, which of these do you already practice? I'm curious. What do you already practice? And which of these feel like they're calling to you? Put that in the chat. What are these? What is calling to you? You don't like journaling, but I do love via pen paling. Oh, I love that. I've been moving journaling. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, how was today? Let me know if this landed for you. Oh, and I forgot to mention the most important thing of all: meditation. How could I forget meditation? Meditation. Just meditating. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as focusing on your breath. It can be as simple as visualizing. If you're a busy mom, finding meditation in everything you do, whether it's just drinking water or it's eating or taking a walk. But just meditate, let go, empty your mind. Remembering that the only time that exists is now. The past can only be perceived in this moment. The future can only be perceived in this moment. And so be present with this moment. Be here now. So I appreciate all of you guys. We are at an hour, so I will go over just a little bit because I'd love to give. And I would love to just ask you guys, what questions do you have? What questions do you have? What can I answer? What can I help with? Thank you for the donation. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so appreciative of that. Thank you guys so much for that. If you guys really enjoyed today and you appreciate today and it was worth your time, I invite you guys to leave a donation of gratitude. It, helps me to continue the work that I'm doing. If you are a mama and you enjoyed CRAD, I know you said that you're a mom. If you enjoyed today, I would love to invite you to my mother's community. It is completely free to join for 31 days. You can come check it out. Every single day, I give daily love, daily inspiration, daily motivation. It includes workshops. You have a community to cry to laugh with, to get support with. So you can find it. I don't know if you can see it here. Insight Timer usually blocks it. But if you go to my website, it's my name. It's generosegenetti.com. And then it's called Mother's Daily Love. So I'll try to put it in the chat. If it doesn't work, then you can just look up my name right here. And it's called Mother's Daily Love. So I would love to invite you to join. And again, it's free to join. You only pay if you love it. If you don't love it, then you can leave at any time. And if you are also a mom, I have I would love to, I just lost my train of thought. My mommy brain is kicking on. So if you're a mom, I would love to invite you to join that. And if you enjoyed today, I invite you guys to click the follow. I go live every single Sunday here. And if you enjoyed today and you would like to work together, I have very limited spots available for one-on-one because I am a mama. So I have only 2 spots available right now for this month for one-on-one mentorship and one-on-one coaching. But if you're interested, you can send me a message or check out the link in my description, generosegenetti.com. And I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys for being here. Thank you for allowing me to love you. Thank you for allowing me to support you. I invite you guys to check out my dashboard. I'll link a couple courses here. So I have Harmonizing Words, the Art of Conscious Communication. So if you, communication is absolutely everything. It's absolutely everything. I truly believe that the state of your life is your ability to communicate. How great your life is how great you are at communicating. Communication is everything. We have verbal communication. We have non-verbal communication. We have, we're all listening to communication. The state of our life is our state of our ability to communicate with others, to listen to others. And so I invite you guys to check out Conscious Communication. If you are having conflict with someone and you're feeling unheard, unseen, unlistened to, or you just want to advance your communication, check that out. And then I have Heal Heartbreak, Find Love. So this is for anyone who is navigating a heartbreak, who is navigating challenges in their relationship, who is currently debating if you should stay or leave your relationship. If you've gone through a breakup, this course will help you to heal your heart and come back into love. And then Harmonizing Relationships. So this is for someone who loves their partner, who wants to stay in partnership, but you just don't know how to make it work. This course is going to take you from conflict into connection. And so I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to invite you to just close down your eyes for one moment. And let's just let go of this workshop, let go of this day. Let me know in the chat what landed for you. What are you taking from this? What did you learn? What are you going to embody? And then just take a deep breath with me. Take a deep breath out. Feeling into who you were when you started and who you are now that you are leaving. Notice what you learned. Notice how you grew. Breathe in and breathe out. And then when you're ready, open up your eyes. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. Make sure to hit the follow. I will be back on Sunday. If you're a mom, I invite you into my Mother's Daily Love community. If you're not a mom, but you're interested in working with me, check out the link in my description. I have a couple openings for one-on-one containers right now for those that are looking to heal and to love and all of the goodness. So I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye.